Hello. How's it going? Hello, Dapple. Hello, everybody else in chat. How's it going? I'm streaming again. I am back from Otakon. I had a great time this weekend. I don't know about you, but if you were at Otakon, tell me about your weekend. I had a great time. It was really, really, really fun. And I got to see friends. I am sleepy. I am too. Work was very hard today. I am not going to lie. Work was very, very hard to power through. It was something. It was definitely something. I need to reset my controller because for some reason my controller is not working. There we go. Also, the game is like
the nonary game. No, 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 nonary game.
There we go. We're back with
the nonary game.
And we should be able to get a couple more endings tonight. Now, I have been told that it's not possible to do it in one stream. My response to that is that I am just going to be I'm going to be super gamer. And I'm assuming that, yeah, so last time, we did get an ending. Unfortunately, it was the ending where everybody gets axe murdered by an idol. Is that an accurate description of what happened? So I was thinking to myself, like, I got a bad ending, quote unquote, but I don't think I did anything wrong. She looks like an idol. She looks like an idol. How else would you describe idol in a silly, or Clover in a silly way? What would you suggest? I'm actually gonna turn up the volume a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better. She's a Gyaru. What's a Gyaru that I'm pronouncing incorrectly? The tan girl from Persona 3? You're gonna have to be more specific. Oh, okay. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way.
Okay. Yeah, that's I forget Fuka's friend's name. Hello, Trey. How's it going? The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it.
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With a distinctive sound on metal, he felt the lock click open.
It sounds like it did.
Yay.
All right, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side, and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed, and the gate cracked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
At Seven's word, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck, then.
Wonder how cold it would be.
Now,
if we
how
were
about
if
we
I was
check
in
out
the
what's here?
situation. They began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them, and another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Ha!
Yeah, I see it. No 2 ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Seven Tousle Junpei's hair in what he thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
Oh, whoa, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this'll toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. Huh. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven. Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as his brain was being jostled about inside his skull.
7, oh, that's too much. Oh, my head.
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Luckily, none of us get seasick,
Unless
by
we
the
can
way.
activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all 3 men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the
To
ship.
the right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one on top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
So guys, tell me what you bought at Otakon. I need to know. Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. I got a very nice dice box and set of dice for D&D because I'm a huge nerd. Did I buy anything else? Oh, Lupe bought, if you saw that vendor that had all of the, like, cute sea creature stickers and stuff, we bought a mystery box from then and got some very, very cute stuff. We didn't spend too much money because we don't really have space to put stuff, but the dice, I don't have any specialty dice, so I'm very happy to get those. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled, though, I found another unlocked door. He threw it open. Brought a little Iba charm from... Oh, they actually had somebody from AI the Somnia Files. I'm slightly surprised. It's kind of a niche series, but that's awesome that you were able to find it. And a print of Xenoblade 1 characters. Is Xenoblade good? Oh, you actually got the light stick signed. That's awesome. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw, so I think we're pretty much at the same spot. Except we're just gonna go through the same... So I'm imagining what happens now is that we go through pretty much the same dialogue with Seven and Snake being like, whoa, there's a bunch of stuff. And then the others come up to the top of the stairs just about now. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place?
It's the exact same. You can skip it. Let's skip it.
So
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
Damn, dude. Should give me a skip button in a second.
I think
Okay.
so.
Oh, I will.
There are
wait for
shelves
that.
in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
Three of them were emblazoned with a large single-digit number made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything?
It's the 0 door.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
The three of them threaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceed to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail.
Yep, locked. Just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Yep, nothing on him.
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one,
There's nothing.
right?
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever, and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
Oh, whoop, I didn't mean to hit that.
What does it mean?
They've gotta be broken. Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
How do you know anything about Zero?
Whoa, Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged, and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
Huh, there's a I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
The other two reds are the same. Something's been removed from all three of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
So I assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you're Zero. Just then, they heard the sound of a door opening.
Oh, what now?
The three of them turned and saw everybody else. Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought it's.
Ju!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very near bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They were happy to simply see each other again. Although the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. Snake knows something he shouldn't. Oh. Almost as though they'd already forgotten about the death of the ninth man. No, thought Junpei. Perhaps that wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drive them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no. The ninth man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive? He felt sorry for the ninth man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
And that's what we know.
Okay, does it give me... With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good.
Okay, I believe it...
If the red is inactive...
What about that big hallway?
Hold on. Okay, so we're still technically here, so I should continue.
Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. There are plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
You mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yes. There are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked.
It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter.
I wonder what it means.
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances
So this
are
is
it's
the
the
thing.
gigantic.
The gigantic?
Junpei looked at Seven, shocked by his knowledge of the apparent identity of their ship, of their prison. He was not the only one.
What is this gigantic?
Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
The gigantic.
Hino has information. Ooh.
She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century.
Nothing's...
Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same.
No,
The
the skip button
gigantic
is
was
not
said to
there.
be one of them. They intended to make her a passenger liner like the Titanic. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital. At some, she ran. What happened? One theory seemed like he'd been. That trauma turned him into. Soon enough, the guy, which was it? But the gigant.
So you're saying this...
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Pipe down. What, that's it?
Proof?
Proof that the...
Well, this ship's got stuff that.
Oh, for goodness.
No,
Like?
Well,
Okay, so this was the same.
I don't know.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is
There's
it?
a way to skip text that you've already seen. Controls during story section. Skip mode.
Yeah.
There's something that says skip mode, but it's not. Pressing X does not seem to be doing anything.
Huh.
It sounds like the clock in the main stairway. 10, 11, 12. Huh, 12.
It's midnight. Then we've still got 6 hours.
Let's get.
What do you mean, find?
Okay,
How
so
on earth do you
so
propose
the
we do
X
that?
X does not do anything.
We've looked at. Bud,
Right.
that only leaves one.
One?
Well,
Huh?
Wait. Don't...
well, you already checked some of them.
We each checked a single room.
All right then, that's fine. We just have to split up. If each of us can do 6.
There are 40...
Lotus did not seem to say.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching?
Yeah.
Yes!
We'll all meet
Yeah.
I'll show...
I hope we can
if we...
Right.
Then let's do this.
Holding A does not make it go faster. I've been tapping it to go faster. Okay, so now we're here. Okay, so I'm understanding the chart a little bit more with these locked and unlocked symbols. So, for whatever reason, and I don't really know why, it looks like I can't go this way now? Am I understanding that correctly? Because I picked this route, because I picked this route, I can no longer go to this leftmost path here. Is that correct? The locked means there's something I didn't do? Well, what did I not do back here? What did I not do back here? I did everything. Huh. Okay. So I'm gonna skip to here, and then I'll go through... I went through the 8th door last time, so I'm gonna go through the 7th door this time.
Well, we can't let his sack, right?
Like you even...
You might
say
not have
something?
had the means to do so yet because of previous choices. Well, here, there was no choices to be made, right? Or is it because I went this way that this is locked? Because unless there was something here that I missed... I don't know. I'll just keep going.
No.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well,
Oh,
you first.
it's the same numbers.
Got it. You're next, 7.
I'll take...
What?
Ah, yes, she looks so old.
Oh, you're...
All right. Junpei?
I want to go through door number 3.
Yeah, I'll pick 3.
Nope, you can't.
Huh? Why?
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door
Alright,
3.
there's something still there.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen if we go through door 7 or 8?
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options.
Sam began to explain.
Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
That was when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. 3, 5, 8, and 4, 6, 7. Plan B divides into 2 teams. 4, 5, 7, and 3, 6, 8. Plan C divides into 2 teams. 3, 6, 7, 4, 5, 8.
But that means
There's only one thing they all had in
5
common.
and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
June and Junpei had been friends since when they were kids. He trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. If he chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her. Was that something he was prepared to do?
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8?
Junpei thought hard. After thinking it over, his conclusion was... take the risk and choose door 3.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've gotta be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just
paused. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
It really doesn't.
I've got a reason.
I have a reason in that I have played this path before.
I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking towards the door. Their curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Okay, so one thing I just want to ask about, is it possible, like, is 100% getting all of these unlocked? Like, every single one? Is that possible? Is that what 100% is? Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner.
Happy?
Yeah, thanks.
The number 7 has been entered into the red.
Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Ah, yep. I think
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I think I might have found another way out.
What?
What?
Really?
That got them excited, just as Junpei had intended.
Now please, June?
Oh, okay.
You have to do them all, you have to see everything. With those 2 numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner and the 3rd asterisk blinked on. 4 + 5 = 9.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 + 6 + 5 = 18.
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door.
There you go!
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice.
Oh, shit!
So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! And all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit? Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy?
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
Santa was furious. His face was red, and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover. Huh?
Oh, shit! Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei and the door.
Fuck!
Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment, then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
No, wait!
Santa did not hesitate.
Ah!
He slammed his head down on the red.
This is insane! This isn't right!
He glared at Junpei, his chest heaving.
Yeah, well, you may be right.
Oh, that's okay. I see it. Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
But
He turned to the red and pulled the lever. Okay. With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain for 9 seconds. There was no time to think.
Go.
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. No sooner did they enter, an all-too-familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door. They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their faces tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed, and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
I'm the bad guy. Junpei rounded on Junpei, lightning cracking in his eyes and knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but 7.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
The clock was ticking. The dead was their only chance of survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonator, as the 4 of them would be.
We got less than a minute left. No time for screwing around. Get moving.
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
There. Where the hell is it?
Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
Over there. It's gotta be behind the door.
Uh-oh. Seven ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hand grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing.
Junpei stuck his head through the door and looked around the room.
No, wait!
Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it! The dead's right over here!
He stepped inside the room.
Ugh. What? The floor's slippery!
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey, what the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible had shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
I like how you said you're gonna go through door 7 and then proceed to go through door 3. Yeah, I misclicked. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light blinking at them over and over and over.
There it is!
In quick succession, they all slammed their hand against the scanner panel. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the...
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
So desperate that had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating sense, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. This is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up to his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. Oh, the squishing noise. I hate it. Blech. He stopped as he got close, extended his fingers toward the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
LR. There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What?
Hey. Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in the sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood-like tiny islands in a great red sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remains of his intestines spilled out of it like fresh spaghetti. Oh, God. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down on the wall, even as they tried to dry it. Yeah, this is a great description.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained. Hello, ZT Freak, how's it going?
The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gun.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing the painfully white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to shatter the display, which lay in the ground in pieces.
His face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, and the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all too familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream, full of insanity and not entirely human.
No!
She shook her head violently as she grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing.
Stop! Calm down.
He grabbed for her wrist.
Hey!
But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
She screamed at the door and her fist slammed shut against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fist flailed against the door.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
June.
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me go!
This is very good voice acting. Gotta say, very good voice acting.
Please, calm down.
She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittered across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor, and Junpei knelt down with her. I want to see exactly what you clipped to see if I can get, like... Wait, hold on. Oh, rewatch this after you beat the game. Okay, I won't for now. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying? A moment later, she began to sob. Aww. Nah, it's okay. It'll make more sense when I watch it later. Hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
We're gonna be fine.
It's like rain.
It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie.
Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
She nodded once.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
Do you feel better?
Yes, but I'd like to stay here. For a little while, at least.
I mean, it makes so much sense when you know everything that's going on. Okay.
Jumpy's body is so warm.
Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Because he's wearing like 4 layers. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room in a terrible way. Junpei knew that there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as their heart was made of lead.
We better get to it.
Seek a way out! Video game time! After 45 minutes, I actually get to play a game. It is a shower room. That's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. All that's out there is the numbered door. We can't go back through the numbered door, even if we wanted to. What does this say? Those letters written in blood. LLR. Do you think that might have been some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You weren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this... The way this blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's. And you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago. Yeah. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the volume very slightly. Let me know if the audio mixing is off at all. LLR. Oh, there is another L there. Okay. Alright, let's see if anything happens when I turn you. Nope, nothing. Not even gonna drop. Is the pipe clogged? A bucket! Get a bucket and a mop. Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice from behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that?
You're
It
lying.
was terrible.
Backstory time! They were in 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of the classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school for summer vacation, Junpei overslept. He ran to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. Oh no! No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over. You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm gonna catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were gonna catch the killer together.
June smiled, and a little of the flush of life returned to her cheek.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. She kind of looks like Yukari in this, with this clothing set. The quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. In June's, Akane Kuroshiki's face, the night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either. I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
He felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused.
Oh, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried because you were there with me.
Aw. She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
No.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were going to make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't going to tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked at something very important.
Really?
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the rabbits so that he could be near June. No shit. But it had been so long, he couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know? We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes, I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, and then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself. Ah, that's right. The pool of blood.
Junpei turned around and looked at the room. At Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs were still laying on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
Blech.
Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost.
Does he die in every route then?
I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think was how much he wanted to live. Broom. Toilet. Toilet! There might be something in the tank, you know. Let's open that shit up. Oh. Red key card. A skinny shelf. There's nothing in the toilet. Well, if there was, that would be gross. There's some toilet paper on this shelf. It's a water tank for a toilet. Clever. Don't know how to figure out anybody else thinks it's clever too. I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that, some kind of police slang? Huh? Probably. Huh? What did I say? Let's look all sad now. That's not really important now, guys. Let's check it out, alright? Well, he's not wasting any time. Screwdriver. What do you think this is? Looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. I don't think we can just wipe it off. I doubt pouring some water on it's going to help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? Well, if we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off. What about a broom? Okay, what's over here? I already checked all 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there. Alright. Aha! Huh? Looks like there's something down there on that grate. I think it's a card. Yeah, it's the blue card. Can't reach it, though. It's too deep. Well, the blue one probably floats too, right? Float? Yeah, it might. What's this? There's a scrap of paper to this tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. So left, right, left, right. Never mind, I don't know. Okay, so if I had to guess, what's up here? So if I had to guess, probably getting rid of the tar will tell me the second combination. Something in here. Luminol! Luminol will get rid of that shit. Oh yeah, or not. Toilet paper! That's interesting. Okay, so can I click on this thing? Ah! It's a thermometer. Blech. Can you get off? Nah, it's screwed onto the wall at once.
Hey, Junpei, you know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Probably because the chemical inside them starts to degrade at that temperature?
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Oh yeah?
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna. or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Well, I think you just burned to death.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 100.
And other ways to murder you.
All right, I got it. Huh? What's up?
I think he's
Nothing.
mad.
Forget about it.
He's mad.
What was that all about?
Thermometer. Okay, now I need to start combining stuff. I will make toilet paper thermometer. I will make toilet paper key card. I will make toilet paper bucket. I will... I will put the toilet paper on the... This was sarcasm, but okay. What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Broom wrapped in toilet paper. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. That is a... Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom. Yes, as normal humans would do. Looks like the symbols I know. Oh, that's convenient. 6, 3, 4 plus. That's too... If the power's on. I'm wondering what the deal is with those things that say lock up there. Oh, there's something here. Yeah. Oh, wait. Wait, you don't think we're really supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here. But maybe I should try it just in case. Okay. LLRLRL. And I'll write that down because I'm an idiot. LLRLRL. And then I can open this. LLR. L R. Well, I did what it said on the wall. Wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up. What in the hell did you do? Just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. Aha! There must be water flowing through the pipe to the right. There's water pouring out of the drain. Blue keycard. Alright, let's get a... There's water pouring out of the drain. Nothing else interesting here. Well, let's get a fucking bucket! No. No. Alright, just trust Santa, I guess. Alright, what is left for me to click on? What's this? Nothing. What happens if I turn you on now? Oh, it's hot! Okay. Okay, sure thing. And then get a bucket and a mop. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Okay, do it. Okay, so do it. Wait, do I have to... Do I have to combine? No. Do I combine bucket with... Why is bucket with water? Why is this not working? If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Okay, do I need to... Oh, I need to put it in here. Okay, I understand. Can't just pour it on. You gotta pour it in there and then flush it. Alright, fine. 185. Alright, so... Stuff washed off. Looks like the writing was numbers. See it? 185 equals. Six, 3, 4 plus. Okay. I think we have to do something else before it's going to let us enter the password. Maybe we disable those two things that say lock. Oh, do I just... Oh, okay. Okay, so it's going to be... I'm assuming... Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now. E means enter, C means clear, I think. So after you put the hit the password, hit E. If you screw it up, hit C. So I'm imagining it's 634185. No, okay. 634 plus 185, so I'll just do the 9. 819. Error. Hold on. Am I stupid? Do I have to add 107 onto it? Okay, where are there other numbers? Do I have everything I need to solve the puzzle? Oh, probably I need to check the temperature of this. If I can get this hot water to the thermometer, then... Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Alright. There we go, there we go. Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. Now it's at the open mark. It opened. What's this? Looks like it's a piece of paper in here. 957. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, so 957 plus 634 plus 185. Huh. I wonder if this is symbolic of anything. $17.76. What's the digital root of that? 7. The digital... Funny thing, the digital root of 1776 is 3, and we're in the 3 room. That's clever, game. That's clever. That's really fucking clever. You found it!
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
You're very happy to somebody who just witnessed death.
Huh? What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime. So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
Just want to check something real quick.
Jumpy, look!
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's...
Map. Not 9,
Map of
disappointing.
the ship's
Oh, we're in the
interior?
3 door. We're in the 3 door.
It says C deck.
So it's the map for this floor, then.
Yeah, more like see this dick.
We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
Okay, so that was all there was for that section, and then we're on to this. I wonder if I could just go here.
What the...
You're shitting me. We're back.
And we accomplished nothing.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
How could you do this to us?
Knock it off! We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
You found the... I guess.
What?
Go have a look. I stuck the screwdriver in the door.
Oh, he's not gonna tell her.
That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there, too. Anyway, go take a look.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, it's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
No, don't know, Clover.
Fine, let's go.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though. Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Very well.
And we're just gonna hear Clover scream, probably. Yeah, don't let them go in without context. Yeah.
Snake was probably murdered. Chances are he was killed the same way the Ninth Man was. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killers got Snake to authenticate on the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him into it and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut.
What does this accomplish, though?
Once that door shut, he probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran into the shower room looking for the dead. It was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. The detonator is only deactivated if everybody who authenticated when they went in uses the dead. Snake was the only one who went through the door. And then, 81 seconds after he was shoved in. That.
I see. So that's what you meant by killers, huh? You need at least 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer.
Yeah, that means we're looking at multiple
Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed?
When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that was when we noticed he was gone.
Yeah. You done the one We've done the one optional room. Thanks. Where are we at? We're here.
Then that means none of us have alibis. We were all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts.
So I guess 7 and Santa would if it was 2 people, it would have to be 7 and Santa. Although it could be Ace and it could also be Ace and the 9th man.
Yeah. That means anybody could be a killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? How can you say that so casually? You're implying that one of us is a killer.
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then at least 2 of us are murderers.
Why don't you calm down a bit, 7? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants, you know?
What Zero wants?
Exactly. This game was set up by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and loser. Whoever makes it through door 9 is a winner. And Zero is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Well, it could also have been Lotus and Santa, and then they turn on... No, it couldn't have been. What am I saying?
Yeah,
No, never
that
mind.
is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another.
Yeah, it could have
and
been.
form
What
a
am I thinking? It
strong
could have been
bond
the
of
9th
friendship.
bracelet.
Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by Zero's manipulations.
No, actually, it could have been the Ace with the 9th man's band.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
Yes, almost certainly Zero himself.
And if it would have to be one person, it would have to be Ace. If it's
there's
one
anyone
person,
you
it's
should
Ace.
doubt,
If it's
It
2
should be
people,
Zero.
if it's 2 people, it's Snake and Santa, I guess.
He masterminded this
And then
game
if there's more
and
than
kidnapped all
2,
of us.
then it's like a fuck ton of combinations to make
Doesn't
it
it
possible.
seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well?
Good question. If Zero killed Snake, then Zero is on the ship with us.
Was Zero still in the shape with them? I'll say of course this time.
But I don't... Where could Zero be hiding?
And then Clover Tune chimes in and says Zero's one of
I
us.
think Zero is one of us.
Was he one of them? I'll just say that's crazy. Just
That's
to
crazy.
expend all the possible options.
Isn't the ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why the hell would he do something like that? There's no motive.
Is it possible for me to put things together? Okay, let's pause for a second. Is it possible for me to be so fucking galaxy brain at this point to be able to put something together? Am I able to glean any information off of what I'm doing and I'm just an idiot, or is it just too many unknowns? Like, is there just too many variables and whoever, like, you know what I mean?
Don't believe me.
Clover,
Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You don't feel that you can trust any of us.
It's definitely a good mystery. There's just so many unknowns.
But you have to understand. The more we distrust one another, the further we fall into our true foe's trap.
I'm not gonna say anything. All right, I appreciate that.
Zero was the one who did those horrible things to your brother. Do you want to let yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such a horrible thing?
You could guess culprits, but figuring out the whole
It's
picture
3 in the
isn't
morning.
possible yet. Okay.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Then we need to move now. 7. Clover, I know how you feel, but you do understand that right now it's important we trust one another, don't you? We must go. We have very little time left.
our next destination is Mercury.
So, are we fucked because we didn't go in the 7 and 8 rooms?
Here we go.
Because there was a key in...
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see. It's got the Mercury symbol.
Now we can go.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
Time to head down then.
By being in this game, 0 is very much already. That's nuts. That's fair.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
I guess we go through door 2.
So who should go through the door this time?
Me.
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I would.
I'll do it.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
So,
Alright,
so we can
we're
go
taking
through.
off.
So Clover could have gone into door 2 this time, but wouldn't have been able to axe murder anybody.
Okay, please be careful.
Jesus. You two are acting like you're married, you know that?
No, you and Lotus are acting like you're married.
Oh,
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Door 2, this actually gives a lot of information if you know what to look for. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Where the hell is it this time?
I don't see it!
There it is! It's right there! It stopped.
How many times do you think they had
Yeah.
to grunt?
It stopped.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
Yeah, I got the bad baby ending. Clover axe murdered everybody.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Like, yeah, I have that ending. I've got bloody axe ending.
Damn right.
All right.
Okay, maybe she was justified in doing so, but why did she marry Junpei? Marry, wow. Why'd she murder Junpei? Like, she could have stopped. Maybe, you could argue maybe the first couple, and then she kept going.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors. 3 on the left, and only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
Because she needed his bracelet? She could have asked.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
All right, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first
She
one.
did ask, and he was about to say yes, and then she axe murdered him.
I'll try the one next to it.
She asked, and then before he gave an answer, axe murdered him.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
Oh, wait. Why did Junpei's eyes show up for a second there? Seek a way out. I just want to see where Lotus and Seven are first. This room is creepy. Emergence. Maybe it means you need to emerge out of here. Tried a couple of things, but yeah, same result. Guess Seven wasn't about to do anything. Oh well. What the hell is this supposed to be? Looks like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. Okay, so water. Oh, looks like the water doesn't work. There's a little tile in the drain. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out of there. But I have to use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. Toilet! The sun! Symbol on the toilet lid. Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Oh no, there's no toilet paper! Oh, I grabbed a toilet paper tube. Is that important? Screwdriver shaft. Okay. Bed. Bed. Can't say I'd want to sleep there. Desk. What the hell? It's not opening. Something up with this drawer. I don't trust it. Yeah, I can. Yeah. Okay, so I need to put the screwdriver together. Moon. Ew. How the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I've really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. If we're pulling the string, then this must be a toilet that flushes. Okay. I totally forgot you to come here in this route. This will be interesting. This drain's kind of a weird shape for a drain. You think they made this shape for a reason or just for fun? There's no knob on this faucet. No. If you can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water to come out of this thing. Unless the water is off. And this is like a river. Bed. Oh. Towel. A sperm towel. Maybe you should consider what the design might be. Perhaps it'll give us a hint. The hint is sperm! If I try to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. Well, it's not like you're that young anymore. That shouldn't really... My Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die here before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. She's not that old! I'm sorry, but you're right. Dry skin is the woman's worst enemy. She's not that old! There's nothing in the drawer. Yeah, something's not right, though. The handle in the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? Just looks messy. Why don't you take it out? Chair. Chair, 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 chair. Isn't that obvious? Look, I don't want to touch anything unless I have to. Well, she is a mother, but apparently she's super fucking old. Apparently this woman right in front of us is super, super old. This room creeps me out. I don't like it. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. This faucet is too hard to turn. You just barely see a mirror from the light coming out of the ceiling. Sure would be nice if the mirror was a little lower down. It looks like the same height as the mirror on the right. Wonder if that means anything. Toilet paper. Still wide enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. Nothing out of the ordinary about it. E equals 14. Oh, are we doing hexadecimal bullshit again? No! I don't want to do hexadecimal! I don't want to do hexadecimal bullshit again. Too bad there's a lot of it in this game. I know! Oh, it's a mirror on the back. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, so I could probably do something in the light room with the mirror. Hexadecimal is easy, but rather overused. I want to see what the point is of it. Maybe if I... 4-7. There is a point, like, what is it used for, like, in the real world? And if I shine it over here... 4, 7, sun... moon. Is there anything else? Let me go back in there. Hex color codes, for example, which I use a lot. Oh yeah, well you're like mod, because you like mod video games and stuff, right? Because I know the tiniest amount of programming, and I have never used hexadecimal. Looks like it'll come off if you pull on it. Yeah! Combine that with that. It also makes sense once you realize a byte is 8 bits. Yeah, that's... Coding is one of those things that is like... There's like a moment where it clicks, and... There's a moment when coding where it clicks, and it just starts to make sense from that day on a lot more than any day previous to that. The problem is that, like, I've done mathematical coding. I don't know Java or C++ or anything. I know MATLAB and R. And a tiny bit of Python, but not much. None of those systems rely on hexadecimal or binary or anything like that. But I will take your word for it. Combine that with that. Okay, so apparently there's a lot of information on this. And then open the screw. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. So maybe the drawer is what we need. Alright, yoink! Okay. And then I can put the knob here. Junpei, what are you doing? It's pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. I'm asking why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now. Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Whoops, let's turn it off for now. So, did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Ugh. Jinpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Soak the towel. Okay, so this needs to be running. Two, three, four, five, six, seven. Huh? You just hear something? I heard a loud flushing noise. No, not that. They need to go to the other one. One, two, three, four. Okay. There it is again. It does make some kind of weird sound when I pull on the string. The same thing happened in the other room. That means... Oh no! Do you think it's a little suspicious that the other room gave us a hint to figure this one out? You're right. The room is just like this one, so that leaves the dark room. I love a puzzle about how many times you have to flush the toilet. Does this open? That makes 0 sense. Tile. And... so they're the same tile. One room gave the answer to solve clues of the other room. I'm not picking up what you're putting down. Oh, this... Oh. Okay. Okay, so they're all the same.
What the?
Oh no.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man?
At some point, it will all click. Okay. I stayed at my friend's room on Sunday night, so I got home today, Monday afternoon, so I'm exhausted. Yeah, I'm pretty tired as well. I went to a convention all weekend, and I am very, very, very exhausted. I had a great time, but man, to get the most out of it, you just gotta push yourself. It sucks.
You're sweating like crazy. Are you all right?
Oh, he's just gonna die?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just got a little dizzy.
Hey,
that's
Dylan.
all.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
What am I doing here?
Huh? What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean. It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back.
Oh, shit.
I think I've been here before.
Wait, what?
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Uh-oh.
Aoi. Lai. Nona.
What the hell was that?
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Oh, shit.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
What were those names?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Aoi, Light, and Nona.
As in Nonary game?
Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here. Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Oh, we're just getting info dumped. Okay.
Was I working that case?
Oh, Dapple explained to I explain to Dylan what is going on.
Huh?
Wait, under this bed. The home's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Okay. From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
Oh, yeah, you were saying cop speak.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago.
9 years ago? How convenient.
You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. And I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
That's Junpei.
Yeah, that had to been it.
That sounds like Junpei.
That's why...
Yo, Cop 7, let's go!
In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about.
Sounds like Final Destination. It's kind of like Saw.
There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them.
Catherine, my favorite Persona game.
The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Oh, shit.
Drop the gun. He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug.
Oh, shit.
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
And then you put on overalls.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet.
Oh, Vincent for Catherine. Okay. I have not actually played Catherine. I don't know if I should, though.
I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. It would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear one. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it.
The Atlas shop actually sells
that's
them?
not it.
Let me see. I could play, if I ever want to, like, give up the YouTube channel, I could play, I could play Catherine and get banned forever.
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate.
Oh, you ain't fitting through that, dude.
I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Nah, I know that game is only rated M. I'm pretty sure there's no, nudity in it. Although I've heard good things about that game. Is it canon to the Persona series? Maybe.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit?
No way.
I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch? I finally got the damn thing off.
Is this the
Sweat
information
was
you were talking
dripping
about,
down
Dapple?
my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Hey, what happened after that?
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Well, on this route it stops here.
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, Seven? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died.
Oh, shit.
A girl, I think.
Huh?
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay?
I'll be Catherine. Which Catherine?
I really don't remember anything else.
You gotta
It's
get
fine.
3 people. You
Don't
gotta
push
have both
yourself.
Catherines. Or wait, isn't there 3 Catherines in like
Going by what he
the
said.
Is there 3 Catherines in the like 1 remake or something?
The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before? Apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all.
Yeah.
They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. Seven said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. Seven had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona.
These are probably some sort of like number pun that I'm not getting besides Nona.
I think that's all I got. Oh, and Seven is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this
Laura
information
Bailey, Catherine.
anyway.
Wait, Catherine Rin is Laura Bailey? That's hilarious.
I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago?
Well, they are controlling us.
And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings?
Why'd the room get
That's
blue?
nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Oh, Catherine is Laura Bailey. Okay.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Does that mean that there's a grate under the bed? tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. Huh? I can move these tiles. And that means, maybe if you swap the tiles we get on the tiles on the wall, something will happen. I suppose now we just need to figure out what the strange designs on these tiles mean. At any rate, we should all look for the tiles that are of the same size. You're right. Let's meet back here after we've done a thorough search. Alright, I need one more tile, because I'm assuming I need to replace the E's. Oh, the Rin is, Brianna Knickerbocker. I am familiar with that name. Nothing left on the desk. Alright, let's go back here. Michelle Ruff's name, is less... I don't remember it as much. Alright, what else can I do? Oh, she's Yukari, okay. Oh no, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be horrible. Can I just... Okay, what am I supposed to do? The drawing on the mirror looks like the part of the design on the towel. And the design on the towel is a river and spring, right? The picture on the mirror is a spring. It's talking about water in the sink. Or just, they need to not just have two people doing bag check. That's the problem. I'm not picking up what the game is putting down right now. Yeah, it was really bad. They just weren't thinking. I'm not understanding what the game wants from me. Forget about the puzzle we already solved. We need to look for new ones. So my idea was to, like, turn on the faucet in the other room and then let it pool here, but I guess that's, like, not... How many tiles do you have? 3. I need to... So, I need 4 because there's 4 E's. I'm missing one, and the door in the back won't open. Ceiling. Can I see your items? Sure. It still wants something to do. Maybe the puzzle has something to do with the desk drawer. Toilet paper holder in the left room. I already did that, apparently. Wait, look, I'll try again. Oh, wait. Nope. Nope. It is reminiscent of the hidden ship. Click on the flusher too. Yeah, I already pulled the flusher the correct amount of times to get the water running. Or to do the thing. Yeah, I shouldn't pull it anymore. Left room. Okay, so I'm in the left room. I am struggling. Leftmost room gives you parts for a screwdriver. We did that. Wait. Oh, wait. I am not sure. I'm completely at a loss here. This is the first time that I've been really, really stuck, I think. We did the puzzle with the moon symbol. I'm not understanding. Put it in the middle desk. Okay. Oh, okay. All right, fine. Yeah. Okay. All right. Alright, so did I do the puzzle with the flowing water already? Or maybe I already did it, I don't know. So why do I still need this drawer is the question. Alright, well... Yep, convert to hexadecimal. Now, is there something else I should be doing in this room before I leave? I just want to make sure. Is there something else I should be doing? Nope, you're good? Alright. You found it! I skipped the good part. Oh, is there another room that I gotta do? Blood!
Oh, what the hell is this place?
The words had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Ugh, this room is really creepy.
I think we ought to get the hell out of here now.
He jogged up the stairs to the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yep. Don't know why I thought this would be any different.
So, what is this room for, anyway?
Junpei looked around the room again.
Well, there's a chair in the center of the room.
That's electrotherapy.
Oh, looks uncomfortable, to say the least. Rather...
The back was covered in electrodes connected to a nest of wires.
Looks like it's placed over some kind of glass panel. Too dark to look through it, though.
Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table covered with a piece of cloth.
This isn't dried blood on the tablecloth, is it?
On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out.
Oh, what the hell is this? What are these tools for?
That's not something I even want to think about.
Game got creepy really, really fast. Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it and tried to focus on something else.
No doubt about it. This room's dangerous. Let's make our search quick so we can solve the puzzle and get the hell out of here. Come on.
Seek a way out. So why did Junpei's face show up on one of them and not the other one? Torture room. This is an electric chair. We can't open these manacles with that key. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. If I got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. Okay. It does, I'm skipping it? I didn't think it did, okay. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment is completed, the door will unlock. Oh, no. First, adjust the switches to max the blocks in the sample above. Huh. I don't know what this is for, but we gotta figure out this puzzle. It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good. Anyway. We just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right? You adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen and then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. We can come back to it later. There are lots of other things you could do. Okay. Adjustment is completed. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from the subject. Once the preparation is finished, place subject in chair. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean by preparation? I don't know. Got a bad feeling about this. I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Well, Severin's never going to fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei. Collecting data. I wonder if it's going to run electricity through the subject. There's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's going to zap the brain with a little electricity? This really doesn't sound safe. Anyway, we still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figure out what it means by preparation, alright? This room also gives me a ton of information? Okay. Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we ought to ask it what we need to do. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill the tank with water. Okay. Well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever it's asking us to do. Looks like the only controls are in this room. Alright, tank. It's probably this. This is probably a tank. What's wrong, Junpei? What are you doing on the floor? Well, I thought maybe if I got down there I could see through the glass. It's not working, though. You don't think it's just a large sheet of glass they put into an indentation? I don't know. I mean, what'd they do that? And the placement of the chair. You're not making sense, Junpei. What's your point? Well, I'm not sure, but don't you think there's something under the glass? Echoes when I knock, though. Wonder if it's hollow. These levers have got to turn something on. Of course they would. All they could do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on or off. Don't say the floor is going to suddenly open up. See some oil or something down at the base of the lever. Yeah, it feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one. Alright, let's pull the lever. After you pull the lever, you might be able to figure out what's going on. What the hell? What's going on? Can you calm down? It's just water going somewhere. It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh! Junpei, look! What's she? Oh, damn! I can see through the glass now. EDBF. Oh, that's a shark? That's a shark! It's dead. Looks like the letters E, D, B, and F. What these letters are for has got to be in this room somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna beat the game for it. It's 14, 13, 12, 15. Because the guy's got to be fucking hexadecimal again, because it's always hexadecimal. Alright, well, no idea. I mean, red looks more dangerous, but other than that, honestly looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all. Press the buttons. Okay, so E, D, B, F. What? It's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like it's been turned on. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way. Okay, so don't touch that. There are a number of ominous-looking tools and instruments here. Uchikochi said the shark's name is Moby Dick. I love when creators do that. An adze and a hammer, a pair of forceps, and these other things are too old and broken. I have no idea what they are. Hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with all this other stuff? Yeah, it does. I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all. Yoink. Open. Oh, this must be the tank. Sweet, it's open. The hole's too small. You can't see in, even with the cover off. No, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. You sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there. Okay, I admit, that scares me a little, but we need to see if there's anything useful in there. Alright, here we go, arm in the hole. Hey, I think I can feel something. Small, cold, and hard. I don't feel like there's anything else in here. Let's see what this thing is. A sun key. Okay. Oh no. He's balling. Is that a fucking ball and chains? The restraining device is locked but empty. The subject has not been properly placed. Alright. The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject and device. The message on the screen was disturbingly detached.
Well, like we thought, it's not going to work unless someone sits in it.
How ironic that this would be the situation in which this slim, beautiful body is useful.
Lotus, are you sure?
Lotus! Thank you.
I can sit in it and you can solve.
Junpei's right. If we screw it up...
Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark, floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine. Even if I fall in, the shark is already dead.
But...
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair too, you know.
Lotus, that's so nice of you. That
I
has
just don't want to stay
absolutely
in this room
redeemed
any
you for
longer
me.
than we have to. Go over to that screen and let's get this over with.
After her words, it made it clear that Lotus would book no argument. She turned and walked towards the chair without hesitation. But she did not sit down. Despite what she had said, she did indeed feel hesitation. Her legs shook.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Don't say last.
You're making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters. Tell them that I loved them very much. No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters?
You've got kids?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei. They're twins. I had them when I was young after... Well, some things happened. Their names are Nona and...
What?
Wait! No.
Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what he was saying. He remembered the story Seven had told them.
Aoi, Light, and Nona. Those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment.
Oh, shit.
But what the hell? What's wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei.
Oh.
Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly as if he weren't sure if he was completely awake.
No way. It couldn't. Lotus, is your last name Kashiwabara?
Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? Wait, what do you mean, that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed.
I have.
What?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
It's not a short story.
Look, I don't care how long it is. Tell me, please, what happened here?
Fine, I'll tell you.
Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story Junpei had only heard minutes before, every detail.
But... And then, that was when... From there, it looked like... Just as if, finally... That's all I remember from 9 years ago.
At last, Seven finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god. Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here.
Looking for?
Yes, That's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. Then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told they hadn't been hurt in any way. Still, I was sure that they had been through something terrible.
Oh, God.
So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, then I'd force them to relive whatever horrors they'd been through.
This is actually the only time you find this
I
out.
didn't have a
Interesting.
choice. I had to try and ignore it and move on.
That's not healthy.
Oh.
A few months passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had, before they disappeared. They smiled and made jokes and did all the silly things kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. But I'm still a mother. I couldn't simply forget that something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what happened on my own.
And that's why you got grabbed.
I would find out what happened during those 9 missing days.
What did you find out?
Nothing. The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do anything. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, things were just... Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured someone was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals. No, probably something even bigger than that.
Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Have you heard of them before?
Did you work there?
No. It's the first time I've
Okay,
ever
never
heard
mind.
that name. 7. How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceuticals was connected to the kidnappings in the first place?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. That's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
Okay.
The hospital.
The hospital.
And for a while, I was trying to get some kind of information out of the kids at the hospital. One of them told a weird story.
What was it?
Have you heard about the Gansfeld experiment? I guess all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital.
The Gansfeld
I think
experiment.
it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
What did you call it again?
Oh, the Gansfeld experiment.
It uses hexadecimal.
This is how it's set up. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. Subject A, on the other hand, is put in a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Oh, yes, I've heard of that. It's a famous telepathy experiment, isn't it?
Telepathy. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if any of the telepathy stuff really exists.
Everything is... All of the other stuff that we were putting together had something to do with telepathy. Like the thing that Lotus was talking about, with the television program in the United Kingdom, and the luminol thing, all has to do with this, like... It all has to do with, like, telepathy and stuff like that.
But maybe someone
Yeah,
from
very
Cradle
similar to other things we've heard
Pharmaceuticals
about.
bought into it.
Lotus grunted. As she does, because lots of people grunt. 7 had been thinking hard for the last several minutes and finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how that has anything to do with any of this. The notary game, 0, why we were kidnapped. What does any of that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I have no idea. Maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling.
No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds,
Oh, shit.
all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going.
Oh, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with. Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right.
Lotus sat down on the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time and made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, please, tell me right away if you feel anything weird.
You're gonna feel a
You
little
worry
bit of a
too
pinch.
much. Now get on with it and be a man, or June's gonna leave you.
Oh, damn. Lotus was putting on the best act she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much that if she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down.
Lotus.
Failure was not acceptable.
Okay, let's do this.
Junpei took one last deep breath and stared at the monitor. I don't. I don't know what you want from me. Oh. This puzzle makes a lot more sense in the DS version. I'm gonna take your word on that. I don't understand what it wants. It's just hard to look at everything all at once. So this side's good. Yeah, this is a little annoying with I have no idea what I'm doing. Sure, give me help. Because it's hard to see what I'm affecting without being able to jump back and forth really, really quickly. That's the only thing. I feel like I would be here for a very long time. Like, I don't understand why I can't just go to... Okay, this is all good. Right-facing one should be on 2 for both. Oh, shit. Yeah. Sorry, I pressed B too many times. Okay. Yeah, that saves a lot of time, because it would have taken me forever to do that. Because I thought that they were, like, the order... Like, if I pressed, like, 2 on one and then 1 on another and then went back to 1 on the first one, that it would, like, change around everything. You can hear the door unlocking, and now we got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus is alright. Alright, cool. Yeah, I was overthinking it. I thought that the order mattered. Alright, we're locked into an ending, it looks like. You found it!
The hallway goes to the left.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right. Let's go.
They turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator.
Just what we need. Let's take this to C deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. I did get the sun key. The elevator motor ground away, and before long, they found themselves once again on C deck. The door opened, and they stepped off.
Huh?
They didn't expect to find 4 people waiting for them. They'd expected to find 4 people waiting for them. There were none.
No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Lotus shrugged. Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred. He tried to forget the feeling and took off down the long hallway before
Hey,
him.
Junpei!
We should follow him.
Am I getting another bad ending? 7 and Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
So door 3 always takes you to this ending. It's the only optional route. It run for so good time to the end of the hallway. Junpei stopped.
All right, time to open this.
He laid his hand on the doorknob, his breathing heavy. 7 laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet. Right.
Oh, shit.
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
7 was right. They had no Jupiter key.
And we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop...
Frustrated, he twisted the doorknob. The door opened.
Hey, it opened.
What?
And the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for?
As he spoke, he shoved the door the rest of the way open. And found 4 corpses. It stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Oh, shit! 3 people lay dead on the floor, covered in blood. June, what the fuck did you do?
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think, he couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the bodies, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers to her wrist.
Nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think? We have to get out of here before the murderer comes back!
The murderer?
The murderer. The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies.
Why is it that the cute little girls are killing everybody?
That means that the person who had killed them was... Huh. No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. Soon, they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key in the keyhole and twisted it hard. But
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
Okay.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
How?
Why?
Then how would I know that? Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as June's pace
What the
slowed.
hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost
But I
begging.
don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped forward to the door in front of him as if to illustrate that this was the only door. And then it opened.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this.
Yeah, no shit.
The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something, or a dream. It's made up.
The nonary game. It wasn't real, right? June. No, the code names mean nothing now. Canny. Canny. But how'd they all die? Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie, hang on.
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. She moaned, her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Junpei put against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man, Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do to not break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No way I am going to let you die. I am gonna save you, I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on, alright, Connie? Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie, desperate for something, anything.
What's that?
Then he saw it. A small submarine.
A submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Canny. That was the only thing you wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head to look back to look down at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No! Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know?
The hexadecimal system is
You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei.
If you pick up on certain things characters say, and now that you know about the experiment 9 years ago, you could possibly piece some things together.
A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember? We hung out a lot when we were kids. We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
Now, I guess the question is, how did everybody die? She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
No! No! Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled around Canny's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere, he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Canny down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Why? His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around, stood through the door, and the door opened again, and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion. Simple inertia carried him forward. What? Hey, Junpei, maybe you should care in why her bracelet in particular is gone. Yeah. Eventually, he found himself in the front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he died. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt a blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. The central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside were 2 corpses. Those of 7 and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Canny. And now Junpei would join them. Who, then, had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up to the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. I don't know. I'm not picking it up. More of the story, don't go to door 3. Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. Everybody was dead. All the characters that were introduced to us except Zero were dead. And it's not the nonary game if there's only 9 people. Like, unless Snake or Ace were faking their death. That's the only, because they only checked, that's the only thing I can think of was that either Snake or Ace were faking their death. Because then Ace could get, I guess maybe Ace could get out with the 9th man and, Ace could get out with the 9th man and, the 9th man's bracelet and Lotus's. The end. Or is it? That's the only thing I got. Submarine ending. Alright, what is left? Okay, so... Oh, there's... Look at the achievement I just got. What was the achievement I just got? I didn't even pay attention. Come here, Steam. We all die by a yellow submarine. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Is it obvious who it is? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know if it's obvious or not. Alright, now the question is, what do I go for next? Because I'm just confused. It's like, okay, what is... Fine.
Oh yeah, how's your fever?
Yes.
Let me see your...
Oh, are you...
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
By the way, Jumpy, how did...
What do you...
There was a man with a gas mask when you got home at night. You You went when you...
You don't need to be here right now. I was just
Damn.
clicking
What is
around.
that?
I
What?
didn't mean to
Jump-
click this.
No!
Well, I mean,
Hey, are you...
what would I...
Well,
You mean... Do you... Don't worry. Only...
Yeah.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, just like when I woke...
Well, I mean,
Look for what? Do you remember...
yeah.
Well, that's... I think that...
You got any...
No.
Oh,
Well,
or the janitor.
no.
Yeah.
Okay, those are unlocked. So if I go back... So... I don't know what the next best thing to do. I don't know what the best thing to do is next. Because this is locked. Probably explore more than I haven't been. Alright.
Well, we can't let his, right?
Like you.
You say something?
No, no.
My best guess right now is that Ace...
Huh?
and don't spoil anything
What
if
do you
it one way or another,
Well-
but my best guess is that Ace
yeah.
is the killer.
Enough of this. You first, Lotus.
It's the same number.
Got it. You're next, 7.
I'll take...
What?
Who, me?
Oh, you're gonna...
All right. Junpei, which door?
I think...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
What? Why?
Especially since you went back to door 4 with a new route, your dooring starts with door 4.
What?
Okay.
If they're all... Have 4 more.
Yeah, then 6
There are
and
another... You
6
get
and
it?
7 can't go together.
Oh, you're...
Hey, we got all that...
You mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What?
If another... Is there... He's not...
Everything.
Yes.
Anyway, Clover, I figured any
What?
All right, let's...
You guys...
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright, let's see if people get axe murder this time. That's why the lines disappeared on the keys. Okay, so then I haven't done it.
It's open.
Alright.
Let's do it.
Hurry!
And then we're gonna stare at each other.
June.
Jump.
What the hell?
Alright, let's see if I can do this first puzzle in 15 minutes.
Only 81... No time...
Look!
Oh. This is the... Whew.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You never really get used to it. He stood straight. He stood up straight, no longer out of breath, and wiped some of the sweat off his head and neck. Clover smirked at him. Yeah, thank you for
I
catching
would have
that.
thought a guy your size would have bigger balls than that.
Oh, damn!
What? What the hell did you just say? Say it again! I dare you!
You have no...
You little... You want to die?
I'd like to see you try.
You fucking brat. All right, let's go!
Hey, calm down, guys. This isn't the time for this. It's not gonna do us any good.
So does Snake die in every single route then? Like, Junpei sighed. Sometimes he'd wondered if the doors and the puzzles were really the greatest challenge they
Wait
faced.
here for a minute, alright?
Unless Snake is somehow faking his death and he's the fucking killer. Like,
We just came through this door. And of course it's shut tight. There's a short hallway on the left here, and an iron wall. I doubt I can get through it.
At last he gave up and returned to Seven, who was tapping lightly on the wooden door.
This door's the only option we've got, right?
Yeah, looks like it.
Hey, something's written on the door, on that iron plate.
It says operating room. If this thing's telling the truth, there could be body parts inside here.
Well, this is probably not going to be pleasant.
Something about it made Junpei feel nervous.
Well, there's no point to standing around. Might as well go in and see what's waiting for us.
7 grabbed the brass knob and slowly opened the door. The creak at the hinge sounded like the groan of an old woman.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing.
A chill snaked its way down Junpei's spine.
Let's just go.
Quickly, he gathered what courage he could and took the first step into the room. 7 followed, with Clover right behind him.
Huh?
Part of the room just past the door was obscured by a screen.
What the hell is this?
Why don't we take a look?
Hey, Clover!
Clover seems a lot more animated in this route. Clover's curiosity got the better of her, and she darted past Junpei to peer around the screen. Her scream nearly blew up Junpei's eardrums.
Clover!
He and 7 ran toward Clover to see what frightened
Hey,
her.
what's wrong?
They rounded the screen, and the cause of her outburst was immediately clear. Oh, it's...
What the hell is this?
Is this a corpse?
It was something that looked kind of like a human, lying across some sort of bed. No, not a bed. An operating table. The table sat in a rusty steel lift, and a cluster of bright operating lights shone down on it from the ceiling.
We should probably take a closer look.
Yeah.
Slowly, they approached. As they got closer to the body, it became clear that it wasn't a body at all.
This is...
What the hell? That's just a huge doll or something.
Doll?
Clover did not look terribly comforted. Slowly, she approached the operating table and looked, as intently as possible, from as far away as possible, at the thing. Junpei could see her relax.
You're right. It's only a doll. Man, it really scared me.
We haven't seen Snake's body yet, just that she's... Oh, yeah, I guess you're right, yeah. Well, in the other room, she was very dejected before he died. 7 smirked. In the 8 room.
Well, I guess it would have been weird if you actually had any balls.
Shut it! Don't you start with me, fatty.
Oh, what's this? You want a piece of me, short stuff?
Yeah, bring it on, you whale!
Hey, guys, not again, okay? Seriously, knock it off. Jeez. Anyway, it looks like he's got something the two of you could stand to have a little more of. I'm talking about a heart.
Huh? Oh, this? You mean on his chest?
Yeah.
It was set a little higher than normal for a human body, but from the shape of the organ, there could be no doubt that it was a heart.
Why would there be a heart in a doll?
I don't think it's a doll.
You think maybe it's like a medical mannequin or something?
Or maybe it's got more personal uses?
7's grin was more than a little perverted. Clover glared at him.
Anyway, how about we take a look around this place? Let's go.
Okay.
Sure thing.
This room's creepy. There's a lot in this. There's a lot in this room. Maybe this was a bad idea to start this. Whatever. Seek a way out. These dolls are really kind of creepy, you know. Hey, it says something here. John. Think that's this doll's name? Maybe? This thing is creepy. Wonder why it's on the bed. Hey, wonder what this thing is. It says kilograms on the display. Think maybe it's a scale? Huh? There's some sort of lid on this thing. Why don't you try opening it? Can't. There's no handle. Can't get under it with my nails either. Give me all this thing. Give me all these things. Give me the basters. Is there anything I can click on? Yeah, let's go. This is the chest. It's a woman's chest. The heart's gone, but it's pretty... If that's the kind of thing that turns you on 7, you're a real creepo. Maybe you're supposed to heat something like that gauze to kill the bacteria. There's a boiling thingy over there. There's nothing on the lid or in the drawers. A lot of different kinds of medication. It's hard to tell them apart. There's a whole bunch of bottles on the shelves. They all look like medicine. They've got labels, but they're all big medical words that I don't understand. It's a lot of medicine. I wonder if one of these is a laxative. And it sounds kind of gross, but I'm pretty sure every one of us has the same idea. If we had some laxatives, maybe we could crap out the bombs Vero put in us. Unfortunately, damn it, I don't know what medicine does what here. Look for Epicac. What's this thing? It's got short iron legs. Maybe it's a heater? There's nothing inside it. Fake organ. Looks like a lung. It's a chest of a medical mannequin. One of the organs is missing. Bloody scalpel. None of this other stuff looks useful. Yeah, it's all pretty rusty. It's blocked. We'll probably find the key if we just look some more. Let's look somewhere else. Chemical. Looks like it's locked. Guess we're gonna need a key for this one. Jippy, where are you going? That's the door we came through. An operating table. Do you think the old operating tables look like this? I have no idea. Take this off. Oh god! The bed doesn't look very comfortable. Another medical mannequin? From the looks of it, this one's a chick. She has a name too. Lucy. Poor thing. Looks like Miss Lucy only has a head and a left arm. Maybe we're supposed to gather all our parts. What the... Oh, these drawers can probably open. The drawer is empty. Wait, what happened to the forceps? Did I use the forceps on something? Oh, I know. I used it to take out the organ. My bad. Alright, what can be cut? Let's try cutting this organ with a scalpel. Organ key. Okay. Cool, it's unlocked. I found a beaker. There's a ray of light going through the beaker. And it's hitting the thing on the right. The white light on the top is glowing. Yeah, but the red, blue, and purple ones still aren't lit. Let's see if... Huh, a piece of paper. What's this? Is this some kind of medical record? New material has been added to the file screen. A medical record in the preparation room. It has 2 records for mannequins. There is a male mannequin named John and a female named Lucy. The record shows each mannequin's total weight and the weight of their individual parts. Okay. Jupiter key. Ah, what the hell are you doing? Don't you want to get out of here? I'm tired. It won't open. It looks like it's locked. There's a red plate on it. You think that means something? Damn, it's not opening. Locked, of course. The blue plate on it seems a little suspicious, though. Damn, it's not opening. Won't even budge. It's got purple plate on it, too. The sink. Doctors and nurses probably washed their hands here before an operation. Nothing suspicious here. Alright, let's go into the chemical room. Oh my god. Something stinks. Is it coming from this bottle? It says NH3, that's ammonia. Well, of course that stinks. It's ammonia. Take it! I have no idea. This is Big Tower case station that I think of, might piece some things together. Okay. Looks like a can with a spray nozzle. It says CO2. So it's a can filled with carbon dioxide. Hey, Junpei, you think there are any slugs on this ship? Huh? Well, if there are, I was thinking we could put salt on. You're one of those kids! What's she pointing at? The label says NaCl. Salt, huh? You think 7 will shrivel up if we put it on him? Hey, you say something? Junpei, there's a vial of iron powder on the shelf. How do you know it's iron? The label says Fe! Fe stands for iron, right? H3. Hey, Junpei! There's dihydrogen monoxide on the shelf. That's hilarious. Why don't you just say water? Because you're a fucking nerd. Oh, good stuff. Let's go out for a drink. What are you talking about? I'm talking about that bottle. It says C2H5OH, right? It's ethanol. You go blind and die. It's pretty much what booze is made of. So you're gonna drink it. Nah, I won't. I might say what's on the label, but there could be anything in here. So... okay, so this is 1, 2... okay, so then it's 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a matter of, like, how many So it's actually okay. I understand. So on the label, iron is 1. It has only 1 atom. Thank you, Clover. And then NaCl has 2. And then ammonia is 4. Okay, so NH is 4. NH3 is 4. So ammonia is 4. And then we've got 2, 5, 7, 8, 9. Ethyl alcohol is 9. So carbon dioxide is also 3. So the password is 349? Is that the password? Yay. Okay. And I found a fucking heart and an R. This way. Can I actually... No, I can't open this door because I need the Jupiter key first. Yeah, okay. Could be the end of it. Is there anything else in the chemical room? Oh. Nah, blood's thicker than that. What is it? Beats me? Okay, so then we need to do chemistry. We need to do, like, combining colors and shit.
Think we should go back?
Yeah, I think that's probably best.
Clover nodded and left. Junpei was about to follow her when he realized that 7 wasn't following suit. Oh, is he remembering stuff
Hey,
again?
7, what's up?
Oh,
He looked up at Junpei distractedly, and then back down at the brown bottle he had cupped in his large hand.
Is that a medicine bottle?
I got curious about it. Here.
In response, 7 tossed the bottle gently to Junpei. He caught it and twisted it around to read the label.
Ethylene diamine tartrate?
Yeah, that's right. CDT.
Oh,
What
what's
kind of
used for?
medicine is that?
It's not medicine. I think it's an industrial strength detergent.
Why would they have something like that here?
Well, probably to clean stuff up.
Clean what up?
Fuck if I know.
Blood.
Still, it looks like it's cleaned my brain up.
Junpei looked up from the bottle.
Wait, you remember something?
Yeah.
7 nodded slowly and spoke.
Well, I remember a story about EDT. Happened about 50 years ago. There was this factory somewhere in America making big old EDT crystals. They were making it to sell as an industrial strength cleaner, like I told you before. But a year after the factory started up, something strange started happening with the crystals they were building.
More telepathy?
Water molecules started attaching themselves to the EDT crystals. This made them into a sort of mutation of the original crystals, called a hydrate. Once the crystals turn into a hydrate, though, it's useless as a cleaner. The factory had to just dump the crystals. As a hydrate, they were useless. But it didn't end there. After that day, the same thing started happening in EDT factories everywhere, even ones nowhere near that first American factory. They'd been making crystals the same way, with the same materials and the same equipment and environment. But now, all of a sudden, every single crystal they formed turned into a hydrate. In fact, ever since that day, no factory anywhere has been able to make a pure EDT crystal. Even in EDT research done years before, they'd never gotten a hydrate. But after it happened at the first factory, it just spread. It was like... man, how do you say it?
Like the molecules were communicating with one another, transmitting information in a way humans couldn't perceive. This phenomena spread throughout the world, right?
Jokespay looked up at Seven with half a smirk. Seven stared at him, dumbfounded.
Yeah, that's it exactly. But how did you know?
I heard another story, kind of like that one.
When?
In the freezer.
What? The freezer?
Yeah, June told me.
Oh, I actually did something interesting. Junpei told Seven the story he'd heard from June in the freezer in the kitchen. So because I accidentally clicked on the other route, it like, yeah. The story of ice that wouldn't melt at room temperature. When June was done, Seven looked throughout and absentmindedly rubbed the scar on his chin.
Ice that doesn't melt at room temperature, huh?
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up. I feel like I can remember something. It's right there.
Seven squinted. Is Ice 9 actually real?
Do you
Know something about it?
know something about it?
I told you I think I do. Just hold on. It was...
Seven thought hard and mumbled to himself. After a few minutes, he gave up.
Damn it! Why'd you have to ask me some dumbass question? I totally lost my train of thought.
Oops.
Sorry, man.
As Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing over there?
Oops.
Stop wasting time and get over here.
Have I asked already, who is Clover's voice actor?
Okay, we're coming.
Gee.
Seven looked up at Junpei.
Oh well. Look, if I remember anything, I'll let you know. Right now, we need to get the hell out of this room, though, okay?
With that, he turned and left. Junpei's mind still occupied with the story Seven had told him, slowly followed. Preparation room, go over here. Blue! And I heard a noise. It sounded like something unlocked. Did I fuck up? Open. Leg! Resl- God, that noise. And there's gonna be a foot in here! And then we put the blue liquid in, and the red liquid. Combine the red liquid and the blue liquid to make a purple one. Good job, Junpei. The purple light came on and I heard it unlock. I'm sure it's unlocked. The locker with the purple plate has gotta be unlocked. Alright, let's see what happened. Okay, after you finish the room, you can go back to it. Okay. Is that everything? I believe that is everything. My eye itches. Alright. Let's put her together. So we collected the 6th part of the medical mannequin. So the ones we've got must be for Lucy, right? Seems like it. Well, I see. We give Lucy our parts back. Any objections? Nope. Agreed. Alright, let's get started. Combine! Nothing happened. Oh yeah, because I'm gonna have to mix and match the parts, probably. Yeah. Yeah. Operating instructions. The screen will display 2 medical mannequins. You can switch out their body parts by selecting the part you want to switch out. Alright, so... Yeah, I need to know the... 53 point... I'm shooting for 53.2 and 51.3. Okay. Okay. Hey, Junpei, I just heard something. It came from John's operating table. We better check it out. And is this open now? Aha! And that's the Jupiter key.
Hey, hold on.
Junpei stopped, about to put the key in the doorknob.
Oh, what's up?
Where's Clover?
Huh?
Junpei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen.
God damn it. Where the hell did she go? Okay, just hold on a minute. I'll go get her.
Sure thing.
Junpei left Seven at the door and headed back to the operating room. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin.
Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here.
She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up and breathing, Junpei might have thought she was dead.
What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John?
It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing.
Hey, Clover, can you hear me?
Perhaps it was something he'd said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly, her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice.
My brother might be dead.
Huh?
That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next.
Suddenly, the operating room felt very, very cold.
What are you talking about? What's wrong with you?
He gave her a small shake, but she didn't respond. The silence grew even heavier. Junpei, what do you want to do? Give her the four-leaf clover. He didn't know why, but suddenly, Junpei remembered he'd been given
It's
earlier.
in my pocket somewhere. Here it is.
He reached into his pocket and dug it out.
A four-leaf clover.
Santa had given it to him in the second classroom. He held it out to Clover.
Hey, did you know? Each leaf means something. Hope, faith, love, and luck. That's what a four-leaf clover stands for. Take it. Use it as a good luck charm.
Did I do a good? He pressed the four-leaf clover into her hand.
Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love.
I did a good. Yay, I did a
If you can
good.
remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck. Snake, I mean, your brother, he's not dead. He's alive, somewhere. I'm sure of it. You've just gotta believe in that.
Clover stared at the four-leaf clover in her hand. He could see tears start to form at the corners of her eyes.
Thank you.
Her voice was tiny and broken, and as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears with the baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small, wet circles on the floor.
Thank you.
She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei, and she seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an errant tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage.
Come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit.
But still, she didn't move.
Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What's that?
What do you think when you hear the word experiment?
For a moment, his mind froze. Then he came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition. Maybe she was one of the children.
What?
Oh. I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew about the four-leaf clover.
Look.
Oh, no. It's nothing.
So I guess
Just
that...
forget about it.
So I guess that the story that's going on here is that everybody was actually involved in the experiment that happened 9 years ago, either tangentially or maybe even directly.
Oh, don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What is this experiment you were talking about?
Clover looked away. The four-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke.
You promise you won't tell anyone?
Cross my heart.
Really?
Really?
I can trust you, right?
Of course you can.
Clover slipped the four-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red from crying, she looked up at Junpei.
Okay then, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on this ship
Yep, she
9
was one of
years
the-
ago.
Wait. On this ship?
Yeah, this ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Communicating through these fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see?
He heard something like this before. Clover nodded.
Like, think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was a somewhat mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swapped with another mannequin.
This is John, right? But is he really John?
Huh?
All that Junpei could think was she has finally completely lost
Isn't
it.
this like Locke's socks? Or the ship of Theseus?
Or hexadecimal numbers? Junpei grew even more confused. He had never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know? You haven't heard of those paradoxes?
Junpei shook his head.
Really?
Clover laughed.
Okay, well pay attention then. This is how Locke's socks works. Let's say I've got a pair of socks. They're my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if that was your sock, Junpei?
Patch it up.
Well, I guess I'd patch it up, get some cloth, and close up the hole.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Well, let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone. Once you get to that point, can you really say they're the same socks you started with?
Well, that's tough.
Junpei crossed his arms.
So, that's the Locke's socks thing?
Yeah, the ship of Theseus is a lot like it. The ship of Theseus. If you keep fixing the damaged parts of a ship, eventually it ends up with none of the parts it started with. Can you really say that ship is the same one you started with? And what if you took all the old parts from the first ship and built another one somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus? The one you repaired, or the one you built with all the original parts?
It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John, or is it Lucy now?
Junpei looked at the operating table again. A mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right. It was just like Locke's socks in the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds a person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, conventional wisdom had held that a man's identity resided in his heart, or any of a number of internal organs. And here, they had both.
John's head and heart are both his, but apart from those, and a single arm, the rest of his body was once Lucy's.
Was that mannequin really John?
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
Think about it. The cells in our body change every day. Old ones die and new ones are born.
Yeah, but not every single one.
Maybe part of my arm is made of stuff from a fish I ate once. Or maybe part of your right side is made from a cow you ate. If you take it a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
The silence was broken by Seven.
Hey, what the hell is taking you two so long?
And it is thought-provoking. He was not happy.
How long are you gonna make me wait? We don't have time to screw around.
Junpei and Clover looked at each other. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on.
Oh? What were you two doing? Was this some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were just
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh?
Let's go, Junpei.
That's a normal thing to say. Moving a little bit too fast to be entirely innocent, Clover headed towards the exit. Seven stared at her, after her, and then turned to Junpei with an amused expression.
Playing with mannequins, huh? Didn't know you were into that kind of thing, Junpei.
You're the one who made the joke first.
You're a dick.
Junpei dashed past him and traced Clover's path out the door. With a short laugh, Seven followed. They stood in front of the door. Junpei took out the Jupiter key.
All right, I'm gonna open it now. Is that cool?
You don't need to keep asking, just do it, alright?
Fine then.
He slid the key into the keyhole and turned it. He felt it unlock. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. Beyond it lay a simple white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was it.
All right, let's get going.
Hey man, what's up with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy, get a little excited?
Not really.
Junpei turned away from Seven and took his first step down the simple, white hallway.
My brother might be dead. I'm going to be next.
Clover had told them only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him.
Like hell I can. Not after hearing something like that.
You found it! Woo! Okay. They left the operating room. The hallway took around them several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked.
There too, huh? Every door in this place is locked up tight.
How about that one?
The final door was hidden in a corner of the hall.
May as well give it a try.
Junpei grabbed the handle. As he made to push it open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged neither to Seven nor Clover.
Jumpy!
Huh?
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him from the other end of the hallway. There were 3 people coming toward Junpei and his companion.
June? And Santa? And Lotus too!
They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard.
Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing?
What? But...
Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys! Could you come take a look at this?
She was standing near the end of a small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious of what she had found.
Look on the wall here.
There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway. A map!
A map of the ship's interior?
It says sea deck.
Go back to that choice with 7. I will.
So it's the map for this floor?
So I don't want to
Door
go
7.
just yet. Let me finish this path first.
Door 8. Yep.
In fact,
Yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the nonary game works.
I see. Wait a sec. Hey, could this lead to...
as he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave way to weariness.
Oh!
You've got to be kidding me.
One by one, the others saw what he'd seen.
We may as well go.
Yeah.
They moved as one for the door.
Oh, almost forgot. We should keep this.
He pulled the map of the ship's interior off of the wall, put it in his pocket, and followed the others.
Ready?
Alright, this is all the same.
I knew it. We're back.
Okay.
In the...
And we are here.
I see. The 6 of you split into 2 teams
All right, we're
and
here.
went through doors 7 and 8.
Can't look in the closet. I want to go here.
You think we should go back?
Yeah.
Alright, skip all this dialogue. I want to see what...
Hey, 7.
Oh,
Is that a...
I got...
Ethel?
Yeah,
What kind?
it's not...
Why would they
Well,
clean your...
fuck it.
What?
Yeah. Well, happened about... There was... but... you're something... Water... Once the factory had it... But it didn't... After that... They'd been making crystals, but now... All, in fact, even in ED... But after it happened... It was like...
Like the malt transmitting this phenomenon?
Yeah, that's... But...
I heard another...
When?
In the freezer?
What?
Yeah, Jude...
Ice that doesn't melt.
That sounds familiar?
Yeah, hold up.
Do you...
You know about Ice 9?
Do you know about Ice 9?
Ice 9? Ice 9. Ice 9. Ice.
Baby, boom, 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 sorry. Suddenly, Seven's eyes shot open.
That's it. I remember now. That woman, she's on this boat.
That woman?
Alice!
Who's Alice?
Come on. The woman who won't melt at room temperature.
Huh?
It became clear to Seven that Junpei had no idea what he was talking about. He ran his hand across his face and took a deep breath.
You know how the Titanic sank on April 15th, 1912, right?
Yeah, more than 1,500 people died. Worst maritime accident in history. What about it?
Did you hear about the boat that was sent to collect the dead bodies?
I think that was the RMS Carpathia, right? It was a cruise liner, just like the Titanic.
No, that was the ship that picked up the survivors. The ship that collected the dead bodies was the CS McKay Bennett. The McKay Bennett showed up on April 17th, 2 days after the accident. It set out from Halifax, a port in Canada, and recovered 306 bodies. The Atlantic that far north was really cold. It would have to be for there to be icebergs and stuff. Anyway, the bodies they pulled out of the water were frozen solid.
This isn't a very nice story. So, what happened next?
Well, they say the McKay Bennett recovered something more than just dead bodies. There were various bits of stuff floating around in the water. Things the drowned had carried with them, or stuff that dislodged as the ship sank. One of the things they found was a coffin.
A coffin?
Yeah, a wooden one. The craftsman who made it must have been pretty skilled. It wasn't just a wooden coffin. It was all wood. No
It's
nails,
Dio's
no
coffin.
reinforcements, no gaps in the wood anywhere. The thing was airtight. The crew got pretty curious about what might be inside it and opened it up. They had to get a wedge and hammer it open. It was so well made. Inside, they found a woman. Or, I guess you should say, they found the dead body of a woman.
Oh, is this the Egyptian
Her hair was
thing?
thick
Yeah.
and black, and her skin rich brown with no blemishes or signs of decomposition. They say that she looked gorgeous, like a goddess. She was obviously dead, but everyone who looked at her said she just looked like she was sleeping. Her skin was so lifelike, she looked like she might wake up any minute. And she didn't, though. Like the rest of the bodies they found, she was frozen solid. Eventually, the McKay Bennett finished searching and returned to Halifax. The 306 bodies were unloaded and taken ashore. However, it was warm enough that they began to thaw. They say that the stink was horrible. But there was one body that didn't thaw. And that was...
The girl in the coffin!
That's right. Everybody thought for sure that she'd melt and start to rot like the rest of them eventually. But weeks passed and nothing happened. And a month passed. And another. And it was summer, and she was still frozen solid. After a while, people started to say she was some sort of miracle. Rumors about her started to spread. People came to visit Halifax from all over. After a while, people started to call her All Ice. Alice. Of course, those rumors didn't last long.
Why?
Well, she up and disappeared. One day Alice was there, the next day she wasn't. They say someone snuck into where they were keeping her and stole the body. With the body gone, the rumors followed pretty quickly. And after a while, no one remembered her. You might be able to find something about her if you could find a newspaper from back then, but that's about it.
Wait, you just said that she was on this boat.
Yeah, I did. Alice has got to be somewhere on this ship.
Why?
Now why the hell would you say something like that?
Because I know.
And just what is it you know?
What happened to Alice after she was stolen?
Oh, did that pharmaceutical company steal
All right.
her?
Tell me, what happened to Alice?
Seven nodded slowly and took the look of a man recalling something long buried.
Well, around that time, the word was that there was a special black market in New York. All millionaires from all over the world. I've heard that Alice went up for auction there. The person who won the auction was Lord Dashiell Gordain.
Oh.
You've heard that name before, right?
Lord Gordain. Oh, isn't he the guy who bought the Gigantic? The Titanic sister ship?
Yeah, that's him. Although I guess he hadn't done that yet.
What do you mean?
Gordain bought Alice in 1912, and 4 years later, in 1916, he bought the Gigantic. And he hid Alice somewhere on the Gigantic, but nobody knows where. He died in 1931, and apparently he died without ever telling anyone where Alice was hidden.
However, what?
Well, he did have one close friend who asked him, "Where is Alice?" And he said, "Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the Forest of Knowledge beneath the navel of the Gigantic."
Is this real? Is this a real thing that he
What
said?
the hell is that? Is it some kind of riddle?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Seven threw up his hands in defeat.
So that's it. Whatever you think, I believe it. She's hidden somewhere on the Gigantic. In other words, she's hidden somewhere on this ship.
And we need to find her. Before Junpei could dispute Seven's rather bizarre claim, as Junpei was trying to figure out what on earth he was going to say next, Clover's shrill voice pierced the room.
Hey, what are you two doing? Stop wasting time.
Okay, we're coming.
Gee.
Yeah, it might be useful some.
It might be useful someday, don't forget it.
Alice.
That mummy wasn't just a normal mummy. They say that she was frozen. The story says that from the time of its discovery all the way through to when it got put on the Titanic, even though it was carried through the desert, her body never melted.
Then was that Egyptian priestess Alice? Did the water in her body become Ice 9?
No, that's nuts. There's no way somebody like that could exist.
Junpei shook his head, trying desperately to clear it, and followed Seven to the operating room where Clover was waiting. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know! I don't fucking know, man. I don't fucking know, man. I did it! Well... I don't... Oh, God, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh, see, I see the green line. Okay, I see the green line. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. The current path. Okay. What about it? Ugh. That's the current timeline. I still have 3 more goddamn endings. Or 4 more goddamn endings. But I only see 4. I only see 3 endings here. Is this an ending? Is this an ending right here? Is this right here an ending? And you know the last door. Oh, so that's what you were referring to, where I was only 1 door off. Okay. So could I just go here? So could I just jump to here? So now if I go to door 1, things will be different. So I should jump here. I should go so if I were to just jump immediately to here. All right, I'll jump to the 1 door and then we'll save. Alright, but we gotta be done for the night. We got to be done for the night. Thank you all very much for sticking around with this nonsense. If you enjoyed yourself tonight and you haven't already, please consider leaving a follow. We're trying to grow the community. We would love very much for you to be a part of it. You'll get updates on when we are live next. We're gonna be playing Pokemon on Friday. Be there for that. And then on Saturday, maybe we'll be playing Stray. So be there for that. To see the cute kitty cat meow meow game. I'm gonna be done because I am really, really, really tired. Twitch.tv/SubSeed77. Thank you very much for bearing with me as we go through this adventure together. One more stream of 999 if I had to guess. And then we'll be going on to something different. Thank you very much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Have a good night.